Thank you for that. So let me know when you're done, okay? Then shall I move to another screen?
One minute, sir.
Okay, moving to another screen. Write this. Start with the example, simple utility class. Then guys, continue the program and also write using utility class. Let me know when you're done. Finish. All right. And also, second example is not needed. Okay, well, right, you can write this. What is data-driven logic? Okay, and then we'll write one example for it. So let me know when you're done. Done, done, done. Not done. Write this logic also. summarize this program also. Done, guys. Finish? Shall we start with the class? Sorry, write this also. Till example 4. At the end, we'll see. That's it. Okay. So here they're explaining what we have to do. We should not use the hard-coded data. We have to use the utility class. Okay. You try this, write this down. Then guys, then done. Okay, let me stop the share. Okay, let me share my laptop screen. Okay. So what did we learn yesterday? What programs we thought?
Read and write from Excel.
Read and write from Excel. Good. So we have seen basically few things. So if I rewind that, so I just wrote Excel read.java. Basically, we had wrote the read part and we had wrote the write part. Okay. Today we'll see JSON. Also, if the time permits, we'll see one example of reading in Excel with a normal for loop. So in future, you'll get many sheets. You have to create many sheets, many rows, etc. We have to do. Can this also be done with a loop? You can see here, see row 1, create row of 0, create row of 1. Can we add a loop here? You getting the logic?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See here also create cell of 0, this, then we'll get row. Based on the row, we'll create cells. Here also we can create a loop. It's very easy to understand. Let's say if I want to write 5 rows, 5 columns, you can easily run a loop like how we have seen yesterday, the index value, the x and y value of each and every cell. Okay. And if you're facing difficulties, right, I'll give my pom.xml. Download only these dependencies. Okay. I'll just write all the dependencies here. These are only specific for Excel and JSON. Okay. So in future, when we start Selenium class, when we try to run the test cases, n number of dependencies will come. But these will be common. Okay, I'll just copy this. For those of you who have started Maven, this will be really helpful for you. Okay, just copy and paste in the dependency section of your Maven file or pom.xml. Okay, now let's see. Now, first we'll see what exactly are the packages which we have added for JSON. So if we open pom.xml, um, POI XML Apache Power, this is specifically for Excel. Okay, now faster xml.jackson.core and Google Code.json is specifically for JSON files. Okay, at least got that. So this is the artifact ID means what exactly we are doing here. This is Jackson and this is the version. The version will always change. So yesterday, if we remember, we saw the Maven dependencies. Okay, I'll show you one example. Okay, let me share the screen. I hope my screen is now visible. Okay, just you have to open this. Okay, just copy this and you can search for any dependency. Okay, whatever the dependency you want. So for me, what I liked was these two dependencies for Excel and JSON. That's why I added. Go to this repository, Maven repository. You can search for anything. For example, I want JSON. So for JSON, we are using Jackson. So Jackson data bind. Open it. You can see here Jackson data bind. Open this. So whatever the version is there, it will show you which year, date, or month it got released. Always choose the latest one. Okay, see the group ID is little different from which I am taking, so it is still the data bind latest version 303. So you have to select a specific dependency. Only that dependency would work. If you're downloading different dependency, it might download different jars, and different jars will have different classes, etc. So it might not work for you. For example, here we saw, right? For example, let us go to Excel read. If you want to take workbook is an interface and it has taken workbook from this one. org apache poi.ss.usermodel.workbook. If you don't download this, don't download or add this specific dependency, the version will increase or decrease, but you have to make sure group ID, artifact ID are exactly similar. Got it, guys? Understood?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's start today's session. Okay, let me write JSON through one of the dependency, which is basically faster XML. Now, why we are reading JSON, why we are reading Excel? So Excel is basically we are using for data-driven testing. So in future, when you use Selenium, we'll use how from Excel we can extract the data and all. JSON definitely will use the mostly will be using in API testing and also will be using in Selenium. That's why I added one more dependency to show you guys how we'll get from JSON. Okay, for that, guys, I have created another package com.json to specifically mention the package. Also, I have created read write JSON or read write JSON to JSON. Okay, let me start this. Okay, I have created one simple class student. I have given two things, or maybe we can add more. Let's say public, let's say string, let's say which class he belongs. So class name, something like that. So we can't write class. Class is the keyword, so I wrote class name. So student name, which what is his age and which is his class. Let's say fourth class, fifth class, something like that. Okay, and also this is my main class, which is a public. So when you're writing in Java, always remember the class class should be there. One is public, and other classes you can add as a default classes. Now let us see what exactly are we doing here. For reading the JSON, we have to use. Do you guys remember reading JSON through file reader, file writer without using external dependencies?
Yes, sir.
So I think on Friday we took the class where we tried to explain by basically using a split functionality, reading it as a normal file, etc. But JSON, we can also create external dependencies, use it as an object. So that we'll see. This is basically we use in IT. That file reader is for you understanding. Okay, how we can also do it alternatively. So now, one of the things which we have to use is object mapper. What exactly is that? We will see just in a second. And always write try and catch. Whenever you're dealing with files, always use or any other code, always use try and catch. If you don't know the exception, just write exception class. It should mostly handle everything. Okay. And always use print to stack trace. That will print what exactly is the exception. Now let's see. Object mapper. Again, basic concept from the beginning we have seen how to create an object. Reference variable will take mapper as a reference variable equal to new object mapper. So what exactly is this? We'll see in a second. Okay. What do you think? It's a class or interface? Just by looking at it.
Class.
Class? How can I say it's class?
Interface.
No, like, yeah, what you have said, like, how can you say it's a class? It's not an interface, that's true. The interface we have used, right, previously. If you go to Excel read, see here we are creating a workbook with this class. Whenever you're creating a new, it should be an object. Object is created from class. This site can be an interface or a class, right? So this one, if you open, it's an interface. This one, if you open, it should be a proper class. Okay. So similarly, if you have same name, it should most probably be class. If you open this, see, it's a class. It extends this class and it implements this interface, version interface. That's all right. We'll not go in depth just to make you guys understand. Object mapper is a class, and this class is extracted from where? That also you have to get to know. It is from com, faster XML, Jackson data bind, object mapper. See, you can see Jackson data bind. It is just the same dependency which we got, Jackson data bind. And if you want to see more, you can go to Maven dependencies, Jackson data bind. You have to open this, etc. You'll get the exact class where we have taken it. Go ahead, guys.
Okay.
Good. Now, what we'll do in object mapper. So instead of using an Excel proper, not Excel, the JSON as a TXT file or a CSV file, we can easily read this. Okay, first of all, let me show you my Excel JSON file. Always open JSON or CSV or any other file. You can double click it, it will open, or right click, open with a plain text editor. Anything is fine. So plain text editor will give us a plain text. So it will open as a text file, but we need the JSON as JSON. If you're getting issues, try to open in a plain text format. Okay. See here, we have got name, we have got age. But somehow we add one more thing, no, class name. Okay. Let me add class name also. This is just reading a JSON file. So first, this will be class name, which will be different color, colon, which class you want the student should be. Let's write age as 10 only. Any class name.
Fourth.
Fourth class. Okay. Let me in fourth class. Instead of test also we'll ask something. Uh, who's in the class? Ah, Dharni, your favorite name. Let's say some student is in fourth class. What's your favorite name of a student that we can give?
Neha.
Neha. Good. Okay. Let's write Neha, who is 10 years old and she is in fourth class. Now you can see the name is an object, age is an object, class an object. So that's why it's a JSON object. Okay. Now, if I just put name, it should give Neha, not like the previously we have seen. No, we're splitting by flower bracket, splitting by double quotes. No, if we give object dot name, it should give the value Neha. That we have to reach. How we'll reach? I'll tell you in a second. Now, we have to know where the file is also there. So let us take student as a class and let us create an object here. To create an object, let's say student s read. Since we are reading the student, we will also write into the JSON file by using the student class. But for now, we'll see student read. Mapper is a reference variable. If I put dot, there should be something called read value. So read value should take a file. Going slowly, guys. If you're not understanding, please let me know. Should take a file. It should take a reader. Okay, fine. We'll take anything. Okay, instead of null, we'll write new file. So file, if you want to read this one, so we have to take a Java library, which is basically import Java dot io means input output dot start. Basically, it should work. Now, I want the file. How will I give the file name? So, if I want this file path, guys, how will I get it? Exact path.
Right click property.
Sorry.
Right click and
Good. Right click
properties.
is good. Here I can copy. Okay, for now I'm just copying like this, guys. We can use user dot directory, etc. But for now I'm just copying like this. Paste it here. It will give the entire file name. Okay. Now here we have to use student class. It should be student dot class. Student dot class. That's it. So basically, this sRead will read the entire JSON by this read value method, which takes two inputs, student.class. Now, you may ask why you have taken student.class. Simple. Go here, read value, open declaration. It takes file as a source and also class value. That's it. Class only it will take. The value type is student.class. That's what is the class is taking, and file as a source. The two things we have given. And this is a method. Okay, this is a method, not a constructor. It's a method. It should be a different class. Object mapper class. Now, can I read now easily? If I put s dot read dot wait, can I write sys out sread dot age? What should print? It is coming age by this, but this should connect with our JSON. Can I get 10? Is it possible? I got the value 10,
Yes, sir.
right? It is far easier than what you have seen on Friday. Now, if I want, let's say, name, sys out sread dot name, will I get Neha? Got Neha?
Yes, sir.
Easy. Now, if I want to write in this file, okay, one more, shall I take one more object? Can I create one more object? student s read 1. So do you want to write in same file or a different file? What do you guys prefer? Writing in the same file or different file?
Same file.
Same file means we whatever the data is there, it will be gone. Okay.
And
So if you want
no.
to, sorry.
Append the data.
Uh, See, the how it works is we can append it, but it will be same name. No, it will duplicates, right? It will come like Neha, and it will have one more brackets like this. We can append it. Do you want to append? Okay, let's append it. Not an
No,
issue.
sir. No, we can create a new file.
We'll see that also. No issues. Okay. Since you guys have doubt, let's just do that. Okay, good. So now, if I'm creating a student in right, let us create a new object. That is right student, and we are defining student. Let me write s read 1 dot age. Tell me one age, and this age should be in integer. Let us put in integer. What should be the age? 15. Student. Not understanding, guys. Now I'm hard coding it so that I could print in JSON. Okay. Let's say I'll put name as Karthik, something like that. And when you're 15 years old, I think you'll be in 10th class. Let's read dot class name can be 10th class. All right. So these three things I have added now. Now I have to put it in a different file or same file since you guys wanted to put it. Okay. Let me write mapper dot write. So it should be write dot write file. Right. Sorry, it's not write file, write value. No, let us give the same exact one. Since we are not giving true, let's see it will append or not. If it doesn't append, it's totally fine. Let's see. Or if it puts in the same file. So student.class, I'm just writing it. Now I'm saving the same file. I can close the objects also. That's totally fine. So let me close this file. Always remember, you have to always close the file while writing. Sometimes it might not write. Usually is the case with Excel. With JSON, TXT, CSV, it's not the case, but always have an habit to close the file. Now, so it read 10 and Neha. It also write the value. So let me open it. So com.json. This is what it wrote. com.json.student. Now, if I read, what will happen again? So it's not reading because it has mismatch exception. That's fine. So let me not read it. Okay. Let me close this. Let me close this also. Let me not read it. Let me just write it for this. Okay. Step1. It should write age, name, and class to this file, and it should be in a form of a JSON. That's what we are expecting. So right click, run as Java application. Okay. It didn't give any issues. com.g. Did we miss something? 1 second, guys. I think I would have missed something. Okay. Sorry, it's if you go inside, it should not be a student dot class. It should write object. Okay. So if you are writing like this, see, sometimes issues might happen. So it got the name. Okay. Let me just copy this. Okay. Let us put that like that only. Close it. Now I'll just change the values to 20. I want to see whether it appends or not. Okay, 12, let it put 12th class. Let me write some other name for the time 6. Uh, I don't know, Priya, something like that. Priya, maybe age 17. Let us see whether it will write it or append it. Okay, nice. So, no, it is okay. Let me check on append part. It is just writing whatever the value it was there. It is deleting that. Should be there something to append. I have to check. Maybe when you're writing a value, is there any file method string child? Okay, let me check that also. But for now, did you understand how to read, how to write into a JSON file? I can read here and write, so I can write also. Okay, so if I just remove, I just read, run as the application. So it read 17 Priya, and we can save it. We can double click it. So the same is has come. Any doubt, guys? Any doubts reading an JSON file? Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. So apart from Dharani, anyone has any doubts?
Sir, can you please explain once again?
Sure. Which part do you want me to explain? Everything or
Everything, sir.
everything? Sure, Manju. Good. Let's see. Now, here we have object mapper, which is basically the class which we use for JSON. What exactly is a JSON file? The JSON file looks like this. So it will have flower brackets open and end. It will have key value kind of a pair. So every key value is separated by comma. So this will look like this in reality. JSON, a simple JSON file. There are complicated JSON files also. We can read it by different methods. But for now, just try to read a JSON file which is normal. This is what we saw in the previous class also.
Yes, sir.
So if I put just object dot name, it should give Priya. Object dot class name, it should give 12th class. Okay, let me just add 12th class. Now here also we'll use the same. So we are using how to read this JSON file. We are using mapper, which is a reference variable of object mapper. It has something called read value. Now, it read value is basically a method which takes two inputs, file and the file source, and also the class, which is student.class, basically student we have created here. Till this point understood? Are we good till that point? Awesome. Now, so then what we did, we tried to read this by this object. When you put object dot age, we are getting the age, object dot name, we are getting Priya. Till this point understood?
Sir, in 15th line, why we used this new keyword, sir?
15th line. Okay. 15 line. Where is the name here?
New keyword here. New.
So 15th,
New
15th line.
file.
No? Sorry, Pavitra, can you tell
Yes,
it
sir.
again?
Yes, sir, here itself. So read value, new file. Path we gave
Okay.
na new.
So read value, this file, new file. Okay. Now, do you guys remember the syntax? How it looks like? Does it look like a buffer reader, new file reader? You're not understanding? Okay. Let me go a little back. Okay. It's not even going on the left, right? Okay, nice. It went. Now, if you guys remember, in assignments, we would have done that, right? Assignment 2 I did no on that day. So basically, we are reading file reader, FR equal to buffered reader, etc. Can I also read like this? Buffered reader, new file reader. File name. Can I write like this?
Yes, sir.
So buffered reader is nothing but it want to read a buffered reader, but it has to take a file reader file name. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right? If it is correct, then can I also read a JSON file like this? Buffered reader, nothing but something read value. It's like buffered reader, the same, but can it take a file name? New file is does it looks like a file reader new creating an object? Yes, no,
Yes, sir. Yes, yes,
right?
sir.
So new file of the entire, this is the entire path, not recommended. Okay, we'll see in the next class utility how we'll do, where we'll use username and password, etc. But for now, for this sake of the class, we'll write here and also takes another parameter called class. So understood this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I think Majuda was this also. Now here we want to write into a file. Either we can write the same file as Dharni asked, or we can use a different file. Okay, let us use a different file. Maybe student write.json. Let me write instead of Priya something called Manju. Right. So Manju is in 17 years and 12th class. Okay. So we want to write some values. Is it look like we are creating a object and also we're assigning some values to an object? Does it look the same? Yes, no, yes, okay. So if we are assigning a values, there is a mapper has a write file method. So write file method, what it does, it takes two parameters. Now, let us go inside this. String path name. That's it. And what exactly, if you don't give this, it will not write anything. Where is that? If we don't give sRead, you saw no, it will write all null values. Okay. sRead1 is nothing but an object created by the student class to assign the values. Now, if I run this, will it create a new file or not?
It will create.
It will create because The file name is different. Student write dot JSON. Okay. Let me run this now. Right click. Always remember, close the file. Okay. It's a good thing to have. Always remember, whatever the file we are reading or writing, we have to always make sure we close it. Right click, run as Java application. It reads 17.priya, and now we'll see. We'll close this project. We will refresh. Always remember, try to refresh the project. It created student write.json. Double click it. Came Manju, 17 years, class in 12th class. Came, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, one more method we'll see how to read and write Excel through JSON. They are the two libraries we use for reading and writing. So everyone familiar with Jackson data bind, this particular option mapper? Are we not ready? Are we good in that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Chalo. Then let's see the JSON. What exactly is JSON? We'll see in a second. So all the notes, I'll share today's notes also. So don't worry on that part. Always you guys practice, 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 practice. As long as you practice, everything will be all right. Now, let me write same. Now, so JSON is from Google. Let me give an introduction here. So JSON, we'll take it from google.col.json, and the version is 12.13.2. So version will increase in future. I will not know exactly, but at the time of this class, the latest version is 12.13.2. You can go to Maven repository, type this com.google.code. By the group ID, you will get the same dependency. You can copy this, or I would have added the same here. I think dependencies, you can just copy this dependency. Now let us go to our program. Let me close this. Let me close assignment 2, and also let me close this. Now, so in JSON it is little easier. We can use try and catch. Again, everything you write in try and catch. Try will try catch text. What try will do? Catch will catch the position. Try will, what try does?
It will check if there is an exception.
Try checks the exception, throws it to catch. Catch actually takes an exception. What are the values again? Print a stack trace, it will print an exception or a get message, etc. But all the time you write your entire code in a try itself. Okay. Now let's see. Here we'll use file reader. So file reader comes from which package, guys? Very, very important. Which package?
Java.io.
Sorry?
Java.io.
Java.io.star. Good.
Star.
Why you using star?
It
It
includes all
imports
the
all
packets.
the
Good. It imports all the libraries which are required. If I'm using file reader, it should work. If you're writing file writer, it should work. Okay. Now, new file reader. Again, let us read what? The same file. Let me go to read write JSON. Let me copy the entire thing. Let's copy, paste it here. So JSON is literally very, very simple. We can directly create a student class. Again, see, student is here. Okay, I've created the class here. And the class is default. Means, can I access this class in a different class?
Yes,
So
sir.
this read write JSON is a different class, right? Read write JSON different class. Read write JSON is a different class. Can I use the student class here? Can I use? Inheritance.
Yes, sir. We
Access
can
levels.
use.
Forgot.
Yes.
Yes, right? Chalo. We can use it, guys. Same package. They're in both in same package. And also default access level, it's not protected or private. Okay. Now, let us write student s read again. So I'm just using the reading wala. So before doing that, okay, before doing this, we'll do this. Before doing this, let us create a JSON object. See, JSON, we'll use again JSON equal to new JSON. If you don't understand where to import this, just hover it. It will only give the recommendation. It is from google.json.json. Now let us read this student file. So we'll use the JSON dot from JSON. Directly it uses the JSON, and we have to use a reader and also student dot class, just like how we have used previously in the mapper. Now let us go. See what exactly is JSON class or interface?
Class.
Class. Okay. Let's see what exactly it is. Let's go here, 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 here. Final class JSON. It's not a normal class, it's a final class, but it's a class. Now, this is a default constructor, parameterized constructor.
Default constructor.
Default. So
Default. What is this constructor or what?
parameterized constructor.
Parametrics constructor.
This is the parameterized constructor, guys.
Mm,
Everyone fall for the trap. Is it the parameterized constructor? This is a method, right? This is an object. Object has what? If I put anything dot, which has open bracket, close bracket, what is this?
Method.
Methods.
Method. Good. See, it is a method in JSON class. If you go inside this, it's a public method which takes a reader. That's why we write file reader, and also it takes a class. If you want to see which class this is, I have to go very up, I think. Oh boy, I think it's a big class. Let's go on the top. It is this class. Again, when you're seeing like this, don't delete anything. If you delete anything, again, you have to download this package. So these are all Java create package, or whatever the dependency you're downloading. Don't edit anything here. Okay. See, it's a class, and this is a method of a class. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Now I have to just read the same thing, guys. Can I read this out? S read, sorry, this out method dot age. Will I get the age or not?
Yes, we get.
Okay, let me run as the application. Got the age. So this one is easy or this one was easy?
JSON is easy compared to JSON.
See, JSON is easy, right? Easier to understand because we are doing much less here. We are using file reader, which you already know, which we used previously. Only we are creating a class, just like here, we have created object mapper. And directly we are using a simple method, reading a JSON file, writing it. Good. Are we good till this point?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, chalo. Now we'll see writing a file. Now, so shall I take one more file, new file or same file?
Fine.
Another file. Okay. So if you are writing, shall I use what is the first thing I have to use? See the 11th line and tell me if I want to write something, what
File
is the
writer.
file writer? Good. File writer. FW. Now, here we can use append, right? Since we are
Yes,
doing
sir.
file writer. Ah,
Yes.
this is what your question was, Dhanni. Let us use the same thing, okay? I want to see whether we can use the append it or not, okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Yeah, I think your doubt will also be clarified. Let me copy this. Let me write the same thing. Now, it should be a file writer. And again, we have to give it here, comma, true. So, what is this? What is this? Come on, guys, what is that? What I highlighted something. What exactly is that?
Constructor.
Constructor. Specifically?
Parameterized constructor.
Good. So if you have the same name as a class name, that's a constructor. If it has some arguments, that is a parameterized constructor. Always remember, guys. Now, if I want to write, can I copy like this? Can I use as read one? Can I? Cannot. Can I? So, guys,
Sir,
Divya is in
we
the
can use.
we can use Divya, Preeti, Reshma. Guys, getting it, guys. Rohit.
Yeah, getting sir.
Good. Then tell no, I'll not understand. Okay. If you guys don't speak, I'll not understand whether you guys are getting it or not. These are a little bit complex topics. Please do respond if you get. Okay. Now, I already have, let's say in student.json, what exactly I have? I have Priya 17 and class name. Now, I have given an append and I want to append like this. Now, I have used, okay, no, not this one right here, no. I have used this one. Now I have to use a simple JSON. The same thing I'll copy. Instead of from JSON, it should be what? It should be what?
Method.
It should be a method only. Instead of from JSON, can you use a different method? What the method should be? From means you're taking from. Have you
Write
guys,
something like that.
sorry? Right, huh? Okay, have you
Write a
guys done a courier in life, something like that? You'll write two addresses, right? What is the first address you'll write?
From.
From what is the next address you'll write?
To.
Two. That's what I was expecting. Okay. So if I put dot two JSON, it's there. Now instead of FW, can I write FR FW? Instead of student class, can I write S? Instead of read, shall I write? Shall I write S write? To more specifically write S write. Okay. Oh wait. S write, S write, and S write. Can I write S write here? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So JSON.to JSON FW and oh sorry, SI should come in the beginning and FW should come at the end. So it takes two parameters and also remember, so whatever the parameters they gave in the function, the same we have to follow. See, first should be an object, second should be a writer. Okay, first is an object, second should be a writer, which is a file writer. Now, as soon as it goes, should we also close, right, guys? fw.close, fr.close, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now I have opened this. No, let me close this. Okay. Always have that habit to close. Run as the application. So it read and let me just open it. Did append.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me JSON is good.
Yeah.
Okay. In future, you guys want to use JSON, you can easily use JSON. But yeah, it's up to you. in your industry when you're using JSON or how you want to read or write files, you can use it both. Okay, I'll add both the programs. Okay, before that, any doubts in reading through JSON? Everyone good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll give you all this both the programs now. You just copy these programs, and also I'll after the class I'll share you the file which we had today. So tomorrow we'll see the utility classes, how we'll use utility classes, what exactly are utility classes, why they are using projects. So slowly by slowly we're building everything. See, we start with packages, and utility class will be somewhere in the resources and all. Slowly we'll build our main project, and when we go to Selenium, entire Maven project will start data driven testing, or maybe if you want more frameworks we can look into it. Okay, but at least if you get one framework, that is more than enough. In the industry, when you in the start, they will not ask build this particular framework, and based on it you have to decide which is. If you learn one, you can learn many things. Okay, I'll give you this program. This is JSON. Let me add this. Always try to copy these programs. If you're not getting it, guys, please ping me or ping anyone whom you know. Try to resolve your issues. Okay, if you're not getting it, if you don't see, always remember, if you don't ask, answer is always no. If you ask, answer is either yes or no. So the kind of tendency will increase. Okay, so this is object mapper, which is I just write object mapper Jackson, something like that, so that you guys will understand. Okay, please do copy these programs if you take. And do you want me to put in WhatsApp also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll put it in WhatsApp also, but for now you can, if you want, you can copy it from here. Okay, let me stop the recording.